guys, my name is Alma Estrada and welcome to Radiant Soul Classroom. I am a secondary education major that just graduated recently from college and I'm going into my first year of teaching. I thought that it would be really insightful to make these blogs and these vlogs. I don't know what the term is. Vlogs is probably the correct term, but I mess it up. But I wanted to make these videos in order to help out people that are going into their first year of teaching and also to give insight for people who are maybe thinking about teaching or thinking about going into the field of education. So first things first, please like and subscribe to my channel. I am a small channel. I am trying to grow. I'm trying to connect in any way possible that I can to other teachers in order to learn and better my experience as a first year teacher. Okay, so with that, we are going to go ahead and dive into this topic. So this topic is specifically for student teachers. Okay, these are 15 things I wish I would have known going into student teaching. Okay, I think it is important to kind of know these things so that you know what you're doing, because of course it's your first time teaching. This is your first full-on experience that you're there day after day teaching these children week after week. Okay, I had a half semester, no, not a half semester, but like a semester worth of teaching, and I know that some people have like a year or 2 years of student teaching, but I just wanted to make this video just for people that are just barely going in strong, going in fresh, just to help people out. Number one, find out about the area that you're teaching in. Okay, so I knew about the area that I was teaching in because it was around my parents' neighborhood and where I used to live, but I did not specifically know about the school itself. Okay, so the school I got for student teaching was my rival school. So I was like, this is great. Like, this is gonna be a new experience for me teaching at a rival school, and it's just gonna be hilarious when I tell them, hey, I actually graduated from your rival school. Like, it was great, but I didn't know anything about the school I was gonna student teach at. I only went to like one football game in high school, and I barely knew about the other high school. I didn't know what kind of programs they had there. I didn't know exactly how anything was at that school. So it's always good to have that in mind so that you know, okay, I'm gonna have students that are probably in dance. I'm gonna have students that probably are in JROTC. I'm gonna have students that are probably in automotive and that kind of stuff. So it's always good to know that about your area and basically about your school district, about what school district you're gonna be at, so that you know what things that they have in place. What are they implementing? Are they implementing some sort of new discipline plan? Are they having a fresh new principal? Are they having a new professional development? You never know, and that's why it's always good to find out about your area. Number two, do a practice round of getting up in the morning and your morning routine in general. Okay, so with me, I knew where the high school was, but the problem that I had was that I live literally on the other side of town now. So it takes me like about a good 20 minutes without traffic to get to that side of town. The problem is that I don't know the amount of time to get there with traffic. So I had to actually try to do a practice round to calculate how much time it would take me to get there, what time should I actually leave in the morning to actually get there. It was a whole system of math and just trying out different times so that I wouldn't be late to my student teaching. Number three, be flexible with your teacher. Don't go in with amazing expectations that they're going to be like this picture perfect teacher, or they're going to be like those Instagram perfect teachers that you see on Instagram or on social media. Just know that some teachers, they are strong at what they do, and they took on basically having a student teacher for a reason, because it's rather they want to grow as a teacher themselves, or because they feel like they have good insight to give to other people that want to be educators, other people that want to know about things. Number four, be yourself. Okay, make sure to be yourself in front of the students. Don't try to put up a facade that you're strict, that you're tough. If you know you aren't strict, if you know you aren't tough, don't try to put up a facade that you are, because they can see right through you. They know that you're a student teacher. They know that this is the first time that you are actually in an experience that you are teaching day after day to these students. So it is always good to just be yourself. Always be yourself, okay? Another thing that I just want to attach onto that is remind them that this is a learning experience for everyone. You are learning, they are learning. It's just going hand in hand. It's like this inception of learning that you're just experiencing with them. So there's going to be days that basically maybe you might just totally bomb a lesson, and it happens. You bomb a lesson and just tell the students, you know what, that didn't go exactly how I wanted it to, so let's just move on. Or maybe ask them for feedback. Hey, what can I do to change it? What can I do to make it better? You being yourself and just letting them know, hey, I didn't think this is going good, or maybe we should toss this. It's going to be so much better for the students to actually see, hey, you know what, she genuinely is trying to see our perspective of this lesson, and maybe we should actually, collaborate with her, collaborate in order for her to make this lesson better. Number 5, always conference with your teacher every day. So what I mean is, try to take time out of the day in order to meet with your teacher and just ask them, how did you think the lesson went? Or what should I fix? What should I make better? What is going to elevate this lesson more than it should be? Okay, I had the privilege of having a great mentor teacher that she actually kind of spinned it off. Instead of me asking her what went well and what went negative, she would ask me, hey, what do you think went well? What do you think went negatively? What could you do to change that? And then she would add on her feedback, like on top of what I said. And I thought that that was really good, so that I didn't feel frustrated about the whole process, about like, oh, I already know I bombed this lesson, I don't need to be lectured, or I don't need to be told. No, it's nothing of that. It's just her actually putting on feedback and saying, you know what, let's try this next time, or let's try that next time. So I always thought that was an amazing thing that she did. Number 6, don't take everything to heart. So I know this is your first year of student teaching, and you are going to get attached to these students, and sometimes some of the things that they say, or maybe something that another staff member says, is not going to rub you the right way. Don't take everything to heart, especially with your students. With your students, you need to realize that, they got other lives going on. They have other things going on that might affect them in a negative way. And this might kind of end up coming out maybe in your classroom. I know I had kids that were going through economical problems. They were going through, of course, their relationships. I was teaching at a high school. They were going through their relationship problems. I had kids that came crying to class because of a relationship. I didn't take it personal when they were coming in a bad mood in my class. I always told them, if you need time to step out, please let me know. If you want to talk, please let me know. I have time after class to talk to you. And that way that your student knows, okay, you know what? She knows that this isn't about her. And that way that they don't get more defensive over their emotions, or they feel like that they don't have to show their emotions to you. So that's always a good thing to just remember. Number 7, bring drinks and snacks for your teacher, okay? It is always good to just let your mentor teacher know that you appreciate everything you're doing for them, and that can be shown through bringing them maybe their favorite drink or their favorite snacks. I would always go on a lunch run, and I would just ask my mentor teacher, hey, do you want anything? Do you want a drink? Do you want Jamba Juice? Do you want coffee? I'm going to this place, but I can stop at Starbucks, or I can stop at Jamba Juice. I can stop at this place to go get food. Do you want anything? It's always courteous just to ask, and also because of the fact that I feel like it shows more appreciation towards your teacher. Number 8, plan incentive activities for students for more engagement. So what I usually did was I tried to combine more incentives towards a certain goal, or for like a certain prize in my teaching. I knew these were high school students, so maybe some of the incentives might not work, but all the incentives that I did bring to the table actually did work, and ended up for more student engagement and just more of an enjoyable time for the students in general. So a specific example that I have is that I had basically the students do a World War II propaganda poster for a project, okay? They did it on a specific, it was rather a minority group, or specifically was for the army, or for a specific time during World War II, or an event that just signified importance for World War II. So with this, I told them that they had to orally present their project as well as display it. I didn't tell them was that I was gonna pair them off, and they had to go basically after one another in this project in order to see whose was better presented. So I don't just mean that by whose was better drawn, it was also who was better at orally presenting their project, and it was amazing. Like, I've never seen so many people just present their project like if it was like an infomercial, or like if they were actually doing a speech for somebody. Like, some of these kids, they blow your mind. Like, I had the kid with the least it was the least effort in his project, no color, no nothing, but his oral presentation was amazing. It blew everybody out of the water that he ended up being one of the finalists. Even though his picture wasn't there, or his poster wasn't there, it was just amazing to see him just come out of his shell and be able to present this to everybody. Number 9, make sure to be involved with student activities that are going around in your school. So I specifically tried my best to be involved in activities around that was happening in the school or in the district. But sadly, I couldn't be involved in all of them because I did have other personal things going on. I had to pick up my son, or I had to do other things that were a little bit of more importance for me. But I feel like it is of high importance that you actually try to go to these activities. I did manage to go to 3 activities at least. I managed to go to prom, okay? Prom was insane. And not insane of the way that like it's like a crazy party. It was just insane because it was insane seeing all of the students that I have dressing up, seeing them in full-blown makeup, seeing them in a full tux. Like, it was just amazing and insane seeing them kind of out of their comfort zones and enjoying their time. Another thing that I went to was a dance recital. One of my students specifically asked me if I could go to her dance recital, and I was like, you know what, I can't opt out of this. She asked me specifically, I gotta go. So I went to about the first half, and I had my child with me, and of course, he's a baby. He started crying, so I had to leave early, but I made sure to tell her, you know what, hey, I was here. I just want to let you know I have to leave early because, you know, my kid, he's just crying. So I let her know that before I actually left. Another thing that I went to was a senior picnic, and I didn't have a lot of seniors in my class, but I feel like it was good to go so that you were able to get to know more of the students and also get to know more of the staff. I didn't know any of the staff that taught seniors, so I was able to communicate more with them, see what was going on, and actually have fun with the kids, even if you don't know them. Number 10, ask if you can go in to observe other classrooms. Okay, while you are at student teaching, you should take every opportunity you can to observe other classrooms. Why? Because there are different types of learning, okay, different types of teaching, different types of just anything that you can find in the classroom. It could be completely different from what you have in your mentor teacher's classroom. And what my mentor teacher asked me to do while I was observing was to take my rubric of professional development to these classrooms so I can just fill out what I liked, what I didn't like. Did they meet everything in the rubric that they're asking for me to do, or my college is asking for me to do, and just my overall thoughts. And of course, you don't have to show these teachers your rubric. You're just making it just so that you know what you like and what you want to do. And you can always ask them, hey, for resources. Hey, can I have a resource? I really enjoyed this part. Or you can say, hey, can I have this lesson? I really enjoyed this. And you can just go about building more and more lessons because you really need the lessons. And the more ideas you get, the more you are going to actually be able to teach the way you want to. Number 11, ask to be observed by administration. Okay, so for this, when you are confident enough, when you feel like you got this, you are doing excellent lesson plans, you are planning and you are high engagement and these kids are ready to go, ask to be observed by the admin. Why? Because you get this amazing feedback from administration, from your principal, from whoever's the department chair. They can be able to come in and actually observe your class, but not only that, they can actually see that you are a potential candidate maybe for a future job opening. So maybe there's a job opening the week after, and then they're like, why should we interview any other people when we already know how she's teaching? We already know how she's teaching. We should just hire her. So that's always good to get this observation done in order to kind of better yourself, but not only that, but just be able to open you up to this opportunity. Number 12, and I cannot stress number 12 a lot. I had the most issues with this. Number 12, please do your exams for your certifications while you're in student teaching, okay? Because while you're in student teaching, everything is fresh in your head and you are able to not only just remember, recall things, but you already know what you already have in your head and what you just need to fill in yourself in. So for me, I was already teaching US history. So all I needed was, okay, hey, I just need to remind myself about world history, and I need to touch upon the topics in world history. So I was able to go ahead and pass my history exam because of that, and I was able to pass my secondary exam because I already had everything fresh in my mind. I was still in some of these classes. I was like, let's go, let's take these exams and let's get it squared away. Number 13, apply, apply, apply. Please start applying to job opportunities that you see, or maybe that you're scrolling around and you see, hey, in the district there's this job opportunity. It might be open then, but maybe you get the chance to actually get hired on. You never know. You never know what's going to happen, what it might lead to. Just apply. And this kind of like tacks on to the last one, to number 12, and getting your certifications. So once you have your certifications, you're good to apply. You can apply and you can go ahead and show, hey, I already have my certification, I'm good with school, I'm gonna graduate, and I'm gonna be ready to teach this coming, basically this coming semester or this coming school year. Please just apply. It's gonna be a good thing for you, and you will also kind of get a sense of what to figure out if you actually get a job interview with a school, and you kind of get a feel for job interview process. Number 14, ask your mentor teacher to take pictures of you teaching, okay? I wish I asked my mentor teacher to take pictures of me teaching. It would have been so much better because I actually used a teacher portfolio in my interviews, and it would have been a way better portfolio if I actually had pictures of me teaching, so that these administrators that are looking at my portfolio can say, hey, look, this is how she looks like teaching, okay? And they can actually picture me in their classroom or in the position that I am interested in. Also, ask for the mentor teacher's reference. Ask them if you can use them as a reference. Ask them for email, phone number. Ask them if they're going to be active in answering emails, because I know a lot of school districts, they send out emails rather than call people now. So ask them, hey, are you extremely active on your email? Are you able to look out for these references in your email? Ask them for their reference. It doesn't hurt, unless maybe that you had a bad relationship with your mentor teacher, then I don't necessarily recommend it. But if you had an amazing relationship with your mentor teacher, ask for the reference at the end of the semester. Number 15, make sure you make thank you cards for everybody that was involved in your student teaching. So since I had a lot of people involved, because I asked people to not only observe me, but for me to go into their classrooms to observe them, I had a lot of thank you cards to give out. So I was able to give out thank you cards to each and every one of these people in order to show them how appreciative I was towards their help and support, and also just to leave on a good foot. You always want to leave student teaching on an amazing foot, and this is probably one of the ways to do so. Okay, that is all that I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like and please subscribe for more. I will be releasing more videos and basically just following my journey as a first-year teacher. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.